Marhaba معكم Fadi, your Arab dating and relationship coach and the founder of ArabDatingCoach.com. Today we will answer the question of how to make her miss you. Now today's video is specifically for men that are at the beginning stages of a relationship. They're trying to get to know this woman. She's getting to know them back. You're feeling a little bit of maybe coldness from her side. Maybe things plateaued a little bit now in the relationship and you're trying to increase that attraction, trying to get her to be interested in you more and more. So these are the 4 tips of what you could do to increase the attraction, to get her to miss you. So tip number 1 is to get away for a while. This is something that I've touched on in earlier videos before a little bit. What do I mean by getting away for a while? It's important that you pursue other interests in your life. You probably have sports that you like to do, or a trip that you would like to take, or maybe you just want to hang out with your buddies for a week, or something that you want to do outside of the city. You have a life basically outside of this relationship. And by getting away and pursuing your hobbies, your interests, you're now an interesting person. You're leaving her wondering, what are you doing during this time? It does show that you are actually having a life beyond her. You're not, all your attention is not on her. And this is very important, specifically if you showed any signs at the beginning of the relationship of being needy or too attached, more on the anxious side. Total focus is not just on the woman. She might be important in your life, yes, but she's not the most important thing. And that is attractive because it's too much pressure on her, too much neediness. It might show that you have nothing else going on in your life but to pay attention to her. And that can be viewed as needy. That shows lack of value maybe. It can show a lot of things. But what I can tell you is definitely if you get away for a while and pursue your thing, you will be more interesting and attractive to her. And she will most likely, if she's interested, she will reach out and try to get to know what you have been doing during this time. Tip number 2, you cannot fake it. So this builds on the first point, which is you need to get away for a while, but you cannot fake it. Let's say you went out for a week out of town, you've been on a skiing trip or doing whatever, traveling somewhere, and you get back and now you're available, you can receive messages, you can receive her calls. Right away, when she calls, you start giving her all the information about what you have been doing during the last week that you haven't been here, or the last few weeks that you've been involved in your activity. Try to organize lunches and dinners, and it's just you're too much focused on her. Now you've destroyed all of this work that you have done in the last couple of months or couple of weeks. You need to remain composed. Yes, give her some information. Yes, talk to her. Of course, you have to communicate, but don't get back to your needy self again. And this is more or less working on yourself, really, rather than the relationship. If you are really needy and you haven't worked on yourself to get rid of that neediness, even if you force yourself to get away for a while, you will come back to your needy self very quickly once she communicates with you. So this is what I want you to do. You really need to work on yourself. You really need to realize if you were attached, if you're anxious in a relationship, and try to just have some composure. Try to be balanced and have that confidence within you, knowing that, yes, if you will attract the right person towards you, pursue your thing, pursue your life. You have a life beyond her. So do that. And then when you come back and she starts contacting you again, you're composed and balanced. Tip number 3, when she comes back, do not accept all invitations. So again, you've been out for a while and you come back and she communicates with you now either via text or she calls you. She wants to see what you have been doing and she's suggesting maybe a meeting or something. Still do not accept every meeting with her. Do not accept right away to make yourself completely available. You still have a life. Yes, you came back, let's say, to the city from a trip or something, but you still have a life, even that you are here in the city. I'm not saying that push her off and make her feel that you don't want her. That's not what we're trying to do here. Just if you really, truly achieve that balance in your life and you get rid of the attached mentality and the neediness, you will naturally do that anyways, because you do have a life, you do have things that are important in your day to do. And then if she suggests, let's say, to meet for dinner or for lunch, let's say, you might say, well, you have something maybe for during that time, so you might suggest for dinner because you need to move your meeting with her for later. You still want to meet her, but you need to attend to the things that you have in your schedule first and then meet her. Tip number 4, which is a tip that I've covered in earlier videos. So tip number 4, be mysterious. Keep a close-ended mystery here when she asks you about your day, what you have been doing during your time off or time away. So give a little bit of information, but don't divulge everything about what you have been doing. Again, I'm repeating myself, but this is so crucial, guys. This is so important because it could literally destroy all the work that you have been working on yourself during this time off to focus on yourself and also build that mystery and attraction and to get her interested in you again. Don't give up too much. If she asks you what have you been doing, be like, yeah, I've been with my friends skiing and it was fun. But don't give too much information. Don't talk about every single detail. If she asks, of course, answer her question, but only to close-ended answers here. And finally, when you come back, you need to keep in mind to limit your interactions on, let's say, by calling her or texting her or any form of social media that you're using to communicate with her. So this keeps on the momentum, the mystery, and you have other focuses in your life, things that are happening in your life. You need to also keep in mind that in this period in a relationship, and I'm assuming those that are listening to this video are at the beginning stages of the relationship where it plateaued a little bit. You're getting to know her, she's getting to know you as well, and you're trying to see what she has to offer. What values does she have to offer to this relationship? Is it a good idea for you guys to be together? So I hope this helps, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe and thumbs up. And if you have any comments, please let us know in the comment section below. Add to this conversation if you have any other ideas that you think we might have missed. We'll see you on the next one.